Where do you store fat? What's your body type? Why is it so hard for you to lose weight or gain the weight that you want to? Roger 2Fit here to help you lose weight, not your lifestyle. And today, I'm gonna help you learn how your body type dictates your fitness journey. Now, for the sake of this video, I do wanna make sure that we don't get super scientific because that's not the biggest help anyway. The thing is that we need to understand who we are in our bodies and what to do about it. Going right into it, we have three main body types that we need to understand. Now, there's different little mixtures and all that, but we're gonna focus on these three, okay? The first one is ectomorphs. Ectomorphs tend to be a more slender, lean person. The people who can just eat anything, it's like they just don't gain any weight. But a lot of the times, ectomorphs, they wanna put on mass. They wanna get thicker. They wanna look bigger, right? The next one we have is endomorphs. And endomorphs are the people who classify themselves as big boned, super thick. I'm just easy to gain weight. That's just what happens. Endomorphs. They eat and it's just like, they blow up. Nothing you can do about that. And the third one we have is mesomorphs. Now your mesomorphs are the people who are like the star athletes. They're just so big and muscular. They have a nice frame, the physique that you want and everything. These people have an athletic build. They put on muscle very easily. They also burn fat very easily. It's kind of like the best of the both worlds. But they do have a downfall, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, there's a particular way you want to eat based upon your body type. Is it super different? Honestly, not really. But there are things that you need to pay attention to when it comes to your body type, because you can't eat my meal plan and get the same results I would get. Why? Because we're different. We have different body types, we have different genetics, we store fat differently, we burn fat differently, we build muscle differently. So I'm gonna help you understand this. Now, if you're an ectomorph, very simply put, you wanna gain some more weight, you wanna put on some more mass, understand this. Your metabolism is a little bit faster than others, so what does that mean? You gotta work a little harder. You just gotta eat a little more than the average person, put a little more protein in your diet. You're more able to have carbs than the next person. Like, you can have more carbs than me, to be honest, right? If I have a lot of carbs versus an ectomorph who would be like a cross-country runner, a long distance runner. If I were to have the same amount of carbs as them, I would gain a lot more weight and a lot more water weight fat mass because we don't burn the same, we don't handle carbs the same. Now, the opposite is for our endomorphs. You eat carbs or you have like one cookie and it's like, oh my gosh, all this weight, right? And it's a lot of things that can go into that, but the things you need to understand is you want to kind of like lower the carbs a little bit, kind of like a more moderate. Now, you ain't got to go super low carb, because you still need carbs, especially if you're working out and you're endomorph, you do need carbs, okay? Don't feel like you can't have any carbs at all. You just got to watch them a little bit more than the next person, especially if you want to lose that weight. You have to understand that certain foods, they affect you a little too much. And when you eat this, it is more likely to trigger you want to eat more things and binge eat. You're probably stress eating a lot more, right? That's why your endomorph body type is working against you, because it already wants you to have a lot of weight on the body. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is mesomorphs. Mesomorphs, depending upon maybe a sport they're in or their overall activity level, they can actually eat a lot more carbs. They can go from a high to a moderate amount of carbs, like I said, depending on how active they are. Why? Because they're more likely to just burn it off, because they're more likely to do active things. These are like your sprinters, football players, basketball players, powerlifters, weightlifters in general, gym rats, right? They build muscle so easily and they just get this kick, this drive out of building all this muscle and being lean. And because you have all this muscle easily being put onto the body, it's actually easier to stay lean now, because there's more tissue on your body that's active, working for you to continue to burn more calories, because your metabolism is getting built up from building all that muscle. You just stay leaner overall. Now, if you're an ectomorph or you're an endomorph, you actually have a one-up on the mesomorphs. What is that? Put it to you like this. Because you're an ectomorph or you're an endomorph, you have to actually work way harder than the mesomorphs, who have the talented genetics to just put on muscle like it ain't nothing, right? So when you finally get your results, when you finally lose the weight and tone up and keep it off, when you finally build the mass, build the booty, get thick, you are way less likely to let that go. Why? Because you had to work way harder than everybody else. So what I want you to do, if you are in that category, I want you to understand that you really have the gift, because to build up that level of motivation and that level of discipline, it takes a lot of effort, and that is effort that is not going to go wasted. And I know you are not going to waste that effort. So keep striving for your goal. Endomorphs, maybe you got to eat a little bit less than the next person. Ectomorphs, maybe you got to eat a little bit more than the next person, right? But that's going to help you in the long run because you have to work harder to build that routine, that sustainable lifestyle. Now, where mesomorphs can go wrong is they get so comfortable and used to the whole active lifestyle, like, oh, I does this ain't nothing for me to keep this on. And then they turn 40 years old, and then now you're looking at your high school reunion, and it's like, dang, you was the star athlete, the body guy. What happened? Well, what happened was they felt like it always came to them, and they never had to build up the motivation and the discipline it took for my ectomorphs and endomorphs to build up out there. It's kind of a scenario where you've heard before, hard work beats talent. When talent refuses to work hard, the hard work comes from ectomorphs, endomorphs. Now, if mesomorph works hard and is talented with the genetics, then hey, they're just gonna look good all their life. Hats off to them. But it's very easy for mesomorphs to fall into that trap of being comfortable where they're at and not build a discipline and motivation. So I hope this video helps you understand your body type and how you should be eating. If you want to go more in depth about how you should actually be eating and what that meal plan should actually look like for you, just shoot me a message and let's start a conversation about your fitness journey and see if one of my online programs might be a good fit for you. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube, like the video, post it on your Facebook, send it to your friends. Let's all lose weight and not our lifestyle, or gain if you want to. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.